This is the end, beautiful friend.
Breaking news, the elites of the world have killed another voice of truth. Matt Simmons dead of a supposed heart attack. Matt Simmons, the foremost critic of BP with information that was credible, has unleashed the amazing amounts of information that have exposed BP's crimes and the agenda that is behind the Gulf oil spill. He not only was a technical expert and a voice of criticism, but he led the he was at the forefront of exposing what was actually taking place. This is usually what happens when you get too close to the agenda and the exposing of their nefarious plan. You end up dead. Matt Simmons dead. Oil man and energy investment banker dead at 67. An investment banker who started out in the oil industry and became an advocate of offshore wind energy died Sunday in Maine. He was 67. According to an email statement from Ocean Energy Institute, Simmons passed away suddenly. No further details on his death have been released. The Maine-based institute was founded by Simmons. You can type in his name in a YouTube search and listen to his information. I hope that this actually exposes even more the information that Matt Simmons was disseminating. I hope that everybody listens to his voice, because he was a light and beacon to the truth movement. He himself was not a truther, I'm sure, but he had the information that fueled many to research what was actually taking place, along with all the scientists that are backing up his claims, because he had real technical information as well as inside information, because he was a very intelligent man. Go listen to him. Go find his information on YouTube and listen to what he was saying, and you'll understand why he was killed. I do not believe he just suddenly died. If you look at the rest of this video, you'll see that there are weapons that can actually kill people that are heart attack type weapons. There's many techniques that governments use to off somebody in a way that makes it look natural. Go ahead and read the rest of this article. Rest in peace, Matt Simmons. God bless him, and thank God, everyone, for all the truth that he released to the public. I'm sure he saved many people's lives, and his voice will continue to be a beacon for many in the future to evacuate the Gulf Coast, and also to expose when it all does start really coming out. He will be known as someone that was a martyr. Amen.
Then I went to technical services, where I was in charge of finding documents that you don't find in libraries, like where you put explosives on a bridge. Where's the best place to put an explosive on a bridge, and what kind of explosive do you have to get that goes underwater without it, destroying its effectiveness. Also, I had to find, one time they wanted me to find out if there was such a thing as a poison that was undetectable, especially one that seemed to mimic a heart attack, that would kill someone, but it would appear that they had a heart attack. I did find such a thing.
Does this pistol fire the dart?
Yes, it does, Mr. Chairman, and a special one was developed which potentially would be able to enter the target without perception.
The poison was frozen into some sort of dart, and then it was shot at very high speed into the person, so when it reached the person, it would melt inside them, and the only thing would be like one little tiny red dot on their body, which was hard to detect. There wouldn't be a needle left or anything like that in the person.
But also the toxin itself would not appear in the autopsy?
Yes, so that there was no way of perceiving that the target was him.
I think the first time that I seriously questioned anything that was more than I just couldn't take it anymore was when I came across this document. It was eyes only, and it was to my boss, But he only had one hand and a hook in the other hand, so I always opened all of his mail and his packages and so forth. And this one, he wasn't in the office. I opened it and I read it. It said eyes only. I wanted to read it because I wasn't supposed to, probably. And it was a report about a mission where they had blown up a bridge in Asia somewhere, and they had killed a number of women and children who were on their way to market that morning. It was reported as though they were really proud, mission accomplished. That one bothered me a lot. When my boss came in, I gave him his mail and I mentioned this, and I said, "This is wrong. These women hadn't done anything. These children didn't deserve to die. Why did we do that?" And he said, "That's the fortunes of war." And I said, "But we're not at war. We're certainly not at war in that country. Why did we do that? I don't understand it." And he said, "Well, you're very young. When you get older, you'll understand those things."